the hot page creator. To create a hot page, we simply click the Create Hot Page button here. At first glance, the hot page screen looks quite complex. If I scroll down, you'll see that there are an awful lot of options. Please don't let that put you off. You could leave most of these blank or all of them blank and it will still produce a usable hot page. So let's run through them one by one. Although first, maybe we should explain a little bit about what hot pages are. A hot page is a list of links, all on one page. You can create as many hot pages as you like, and you give each hot page a different file name. Hot pages are extremely useful. You could, for instance, create a hot page each week of all the links you've promoted that week. You could create hot pages of different categories of links. You can create custom hot pages for people. Let's create a very, very simple one, just to demonstrate the hot page function. The first field is the background colour. If we click this, a colour picker will appear, and we can select a background colour, but I think we'll have a dark grey. The background colour is the outer page colour. For instance, on this page it's a sort of light grey, where my cursor is now. If you prefer, you can just type a colour code into this field. The next is the page colour, and this is the inner page. It defaults to white, and I think for the purposes of this demo, we'll leave it at white. The next two fields are start date and end date. This allows you to include links that were created between two particular dates. If you leave these blank, it will put all links in there from all time, from when you install the system to the present day. If I click this calendar here, a calendar will appear. So these calendars allow you to select the dates. However, for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to leave it blank for all dates. The next section is the category, and you can just include links that are in certain categories, and all the categories you've created in the category manager appear here. You can click to select a particular category, or even, as I'm doing, multiple categories. If you click the box at the top, all categories, then of course all categories will be included, and it saves you clicking on each of these. I'm going to include the categories for the deals of the week, and if you remember the two links I created before, I put them both in the deals of the week category. The next field is the page file name. This is the name that you're going to give your hot page. Normal file name rules apply here, no spaces and no special characters apart from hyphen or underscore and letters and numbers. I'm going to call this hot page 1. Then we have a page title, which is what will appear on the title bar of your hot page. I would suggest using the descriptive name here for SEO purposes. For the purposes of this demo, however, I'm just going to put my hot page. Now we have a page description. This is very important. It is a meta tag and is very useful for search engine optimization. You should put a description of your hot page here. You can only have 155 characters, and you'll see there's a counter in yellow on the right that tells you how many characters you've entered. So I'm going to put, this is a description of my hot page with very poor spelling or typos there. You should probably do something a little better, and you can see the counter counting down or counting back up as I delete characters. Very important for SEO. The next section is the header of the hot page, and that's a header bar that will go across the top, a little like the headers in the software. You can select a gradient header if you would prefer by saying yes here, and it will ask you for the start colours and the end colours of the gradient, and then the text colour of any text you put inside the gradient. If you say no, you don't want a gradient header, you can have a header image, and you can just type an image URL in here, and you can check it by clicking the check button there to make sure it's a valid URL. I tend not to put headers on hot pages, but that's my personal preference. If you want the gradient header, enter it there, and you can enter some header text to appear in the header. And you can do the same for a footer. If you've created a gradient header, you can just say copy header colours or reverse header colours, and it will do a reverse or same gradient for the footer, or you can enter them manually here. But let's leave this page without headers. Then I can enter some text to go before the links, and some text here to go after the links. That's the pre-links text and the post-links text. I can put some text here. Here is some text before the links. I can select it and click the bold button to make it bold. I can select it again and click the H1 button to make it a headline. And I can even select it again and change the colour. I'll give it a navy colour. And I can do the same for the post-links text. I can select the link list width, and that's the the width of the link boxes that will appear on your hot page. The default setting is 90%. I'll put these a little smaller. I'll put them at 60% width. And then I can use link boxes, yes or no. And these are boxes that go around your links. I'll select yes, and some more options will appear. I can select the size of the border, or 0 for no border. We'll have a border as 2 pixels. I can set the style from solid, dashed, dotted or ridged. Let's have it solid. And I can select a curve for the border edges. Let's have a curve of 10. I can put a drop shadow on each link to make it stand out a little bit. And I can select the colour of the link border and the link background box. I'll select the link border to be a dark grey. And I'm going to select the background colour of the links to be a light pale yellow. As it says here, hot page text will automatically be used for link descriptions if it's available, followed by page titles or link names. So if you've entered hot page text, you don't need to worry about this section. If you've possibly got links where you haven't entered hot page text, if you select yes, you can use the page titles here, and smart space is another option. Smart space will detect when, as in this word, there are capital letters, and wherever a capital is inside a word, unless it's preceded by or followed by another capital, it will insert a space automatically for you. We have 3 options at the bottom. We can grab the raw links, for instance, if you want to just put them in an email. We can grab the HTML for the links if you want to integrate them onto your own website or WordPress blog perhaps, or we can just write the hot page. We're going to select Write Hot Page. And as you can see, the message bar says hot page 1.php created. Click here to view it, or click here to share it. The share it function will allow you to share it on social networks. If we click here to view it, a new tab opens, and there is the very simple hot page we created. And you can see the 2 links in that category are both on there ready to click. You can then give people this URL up here, hotpage1.php, and they can then go to that page and look at all of your links. Obviously, you can customize this page as you wish within the software. Just to give you an example, I'm going to go to Create Hot Page again. I'm going to select all categories. And I'm not going to fill in any fields. I'm just going to say grab raw links. And you can see it just gives me the links to grab, to copy and paste, perhaps into an email. I'm going to click Done. I'm going to go into the Hot Page Creator again. I'm going to say grab HTML. And as you can see, it gives me the HTML for the middle section of the hot page. Perfect for inserting into your blog. Another function we've still to cover is the search function. This is very useful when you have hundreds and hundreds of links that you've created in the software. If you have hundreds of links, it can be hard to find the link you want. You can simply type in a link name here. Now, as both of these link names are very similar, obviously I need to search for a particular link. So demo link 2. And then I can select whether the link has a loose match, i.e. we'll look for things similar to that, and whether we want to match the case exactly of the search. And then I simply click search. The software will search and just show me the link or links that match the search that I've asked for. If I click clear search, it shows me all of the links again. There's another option to change your password. If you click the change password button, it asks you for your current password there and your new password there, and then you can confirm the change. I'll click cancel, and the only other option left is the logout function. If I click logout, it takes me back to the login page and logs me out of the system. On the login page there is a forgot password function which will email you a password.